What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today is the day. It is finally here. This is what I've been waiting for. So getting right down to it, this here is a Superstick mild build. They call it a mild build. It's built for 1,000 horse. But this is a Superstick G56 build. So what they did with it, and what I really wanted to talk to you guys about after I got it back, was basically the stuff I can tell you about inside. So to start off, notice the input shaft's different. There's a few different parts in there. You got a fresh input shaft, a lot of fresh parts. So starting from the front to the back, they dropped the main input gear a tooth, which basically changed the ratios in the whole transmission to gear it down. That's going to help out with the 37s and 342 gears that are in this truck, which is a horrible setup, but even if it wasn't for that, it's going to really take some of the stress off the drivetrain and get the power out this end quicker. So they did that. They actually go in, they change 5th and 6th, because 5th gear on these things is, 5th gear is like 3/4 of an inch wide or something silly like that. It's super small. So they go in and they make some modifications to put thicker gears in 5th and 6th, because that is where a lot of your load is anyhow. They go in, they have their proprietary synchros cut and everything. They do. That's kind of witchcrafty stuff that I don't really know what to tell you about that, other than the fact that this thing's going to shift like a bat out of hell up to about 5,000 RPM. And if you haven't noticed already, they hung 2 of the fast coolers off the side, which will add about a quart to it. But yeah, I mean, other than the little witchcrafty stuff in there I can't really tell you about, that they didn't even tell me about, that's it. That is a Superstick G56. And to match the rest of the truck, they painted it a metallic purple. You can't really see it now because it's not super sunny, but when the sun hits it, which it never will see sun again, the metallic really comes through. Now I'm sure you guys noticed, to pick it apart, you have noticed some scuffs on it already. Okay? All this here. That is by no means their fault. That is that's some shipping carnage right there. But the case is okay. No cracks, nothing's broken, everything's fine. It's fine. It's fine, it's safe. I'm not even gonna, I don't even care, because you're not gonna see the top. There's no way to see the top unless it falls out the bottom. So it's time to get this thing in the truck. First thing I need to do is open the, well, not open, but get into the last box from the Clutch Master clutch. And what that box has in it is a bunch of stuff here. It has your fork, your pivot ball, which they put a brand new pivot ball in the transmission, so I'm not going to be using that. Your throw-up bearing, and the clip to hold the fork onto the pivot ball. So now, just like the rest of it, reverse of when we took it out. I'm going to set you guys down, we'll time lapse it. The worst part's going to be getting this back up there. I'm just going to wait for Don to show up. I'm going to fiddle with it a little bit. If he shows up, he shows up. If we get it in there before he shows up, yeah, we'll see. going on, guys? Coming at you day after next day. So fought with the transfer case a lot last night. Couldn't quite get in there by myself. Don came over this morning, and he's actually bugs. He came over this morning. He just went to grab a quart pumper thing to get oil in transfer case. So all we have left to do, we have the show you guys. Transfer case is in. Drive lines are in, front and back. So, like I'm saying, the only thing we have to do is put oil in the transfer case. Come in here, and I need to put all this back together, which that won't take long. The only reason this isn't back together is because I couldn't put oil in it. Now, oil. Superstick beat me up and down to make sure I ran AMSOIL's manual synchromesh transmission fluid. And with the fast coolers off the side of the transmission, they recommended that I run 8 quarts. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to dump 8 quarts in the top here. That's the easiest way to do it right now. Then put the shift tower on, put everything else in, and then it's time to go drive this thing. That's what I'm really excited for, and I want to bring you guys along for the first drive. So don't get upset with me that you're not seeing all of the install. So before my camera dies here, we kind of jumped around a bit, right? We got everything in, everything's going, everything's good. This transmission and clutch combination shifts really, really good. It's just going to take some time to break in time to, you know, let everything work in and get really, really, really smooth. You know, and anybody will tell you that clutch or Superstick, you know, they make it clear that it's going to take some time to break in. So it's just going to take a little bit of time. That's really all that I'm going to say there. But as far as everything else, just awesome. The Clutchmaster FX 1200, you know, that we have in this truck, the pedal is really, really stiff. So this is one of those clutches that you might want to stay away from if you're worried about a stiff pedal. And then, like, you know, like I said, the transmission itself is butter. I mean, this thing shifts super, super nice. and quick if you really wanted it to, which again, I want to give it its proper break-in time to do that. I'm not going to say that I might get froggy every once in a while under that limit. Just saying, it's going to be kind of hard to hold back. But for now, everything's going really good. Feels really good. Man, I just have nothing but good things to say about this right now. So later down the road, I'm sure you guys are going to see some videos where we're going to rip on this thing. But for now, I think we're just going to let it set in, let it take its course, and be really nice to it. So I want to thank you guys for watching along, and we will see you on the next one.